Chris Lotz
Pat Lots.
with the Pat Lots Real Estate Group, coming back with another community spotlight video, and this one is all about good vibes and pies. We are here today with Captains on Main, Nick and Lauren, and I think a great place to start is, and I didn't even know this, Captains on Main did not necessarily originate here. You know, we started a few years back, so let's kind of jump back in time. When did that start? What was the inception? What was the why? Kind of where did you start off with the original food truck concept?
This is it.
This is it.
I'm Nick, it all started, I built the whole brand on just authenticity. Started with the brand of Authentic Entertainment. The pandemic happened, did some catering though, but then the pandemic happened. I had to pivot, but before that actually, I was at a brewery for a year and a half making wood-fired pizza with Captain's wood-fired pies. The pandemic hit, I was like, I need to pivot, need to figure out something to do. Bought the food truck March of 2020, and then July of 2020 I got the food truck, and we opened in August of 2020.
Gotcha. And like we were talking about earlier, you know, this is I think a great addition to downtown dining in Brighton. We've got a lot of very similar options, and this is one very, very unique thing. So proof of concept within the food truck. You know, where did that take you in terms of where were you selling, what events were you at, and maybe some like awards? You know, we talked about an award that you received within the community of best food truck. What were those locations that you were kind of popping up at within the community?
Yeah, our home base was always the Howell Farmers Market, the best market in probably the state. I see Collins, the great manager over there, it's the best market. So we helped the community right there, buying local right there, really communicating with the farmers, all that stuff, and then that's led into a sold out year for the past 2 years with the food truck. And then we won the Cleary Cup at the Cleary, the Vehicle to the Better Future, that's what it's called. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And Lauren was incorporated into the business back when you were cooking pies at the brewery, the food truck. When did you kind of join the Captains on Main brand?
I was with you during when you were at the brewery, but you're kind of doing your own thing there, and I just kind of come in and stuff. But once you hit the food truck, I started doing social media a little bit, and then once we came in here, I kind of just went all out on the social media side of things, and then also just kind of, I don't know, keeping the space nice and helping out as much as I can anyway.
Can I ask you a question? I know that what your food truck was. What did you make there in addition? Was it all pies?
It was all the pies. Yeah.
Got it.
All the pies, and yeah.
Well, something cool he did, so during the pandemic, everyone was at home, and kind of our way of reaching the people, and his way of reaching the people is he went to subdivisions.
Okay, cool.
So he kind of like toured to different subdivisions during the pandemic and brought that to everyone at home. And that also got the Captain's name out all over the place, because they were even going out Detroit area sometimes.
Cool.
And yep.
I saw that recently at a community in Howell. It was a taco truck at this HOA park.
Yeah.
And I just thought, that needs to happen more often. So, and I wonder if that food truck was kind of piggybacking off of that little bit of creativity to one, pivot through COVID. Was that a COVID, more or less COVID thing, the 2020 thing? A great pivot, a great thing to get the name out there. And then two, people wanted food and pizza. So it was like a win-win-win.
Oh yeah.
It kind of took off from there. We definitely noticed the social media, so props on that. We are definitely trying to also push a lot of that social media here within our community. But since Captains on Main, I'm personally seeing like a lot of great things that you guys are putting out there. So again, props for you. And is that a lot of what you're doing?
Yeah, right?
Well, it's her. I can't do all
Everything.
I can't do all of it. So she's really helping out me with this standpoint where I'm at, trying to balance everything on the back end, but then she's helping all out on the front end.
Yeah.
So that is the really necessary thing. We need a menu, and I can't do that. So.
No, we get. I get it.
Stuff,
You have your talents and what how you do you,
Mhm.
but there's so many other aspects to a business that's when when you're growing, you've got to pull somebody in to do that, because you've got to have balance.
Yeah, balance the cash flow, all those things, because it could.
It's a full-time job.
Oh, yes.
We kind of, well, so I just joined Pat back in 2020 as well. So March 1st, 2020, I moved home from Chicago. So, and you're no new business owner, but you know, there's definitely the times where you need to prioritize the strengths. And I guess over the past 2 years, it's being able to prioritize delegation or leveraging good employees, and that's something that we just talked about. We'll show this on some of the B-roll footage, but you know, you have some great employees and you're definitely leveraging those employees.
Mhm.
How has those employees over the past, 2-3 years allowed you to grow this stuff? I mean, would you be here today? Probably without them, but I'm sure they've helped support you in a lot of things you do.
Yeah, we have a really, really great team, really strong. Me, Bradley, and Jacob, we graduated from Schoolcraft College. We have a good basics of culinary knowledge, all the sanitate, everything like that. So it's kind of like that was the rooted of the basics of captains, and that can help grow too. We can help train the next people to kind of
Set the tone.
set the tone.
Yeah.
It's all about that culture. It's all
Yeah.
about that tone.
Yeah.
So, and that backs to the intro is, I don't know if that's the motto, I don't know if that's the slogan, I don't know if that's a foundational cultural piece, but good vibes and pies. That's
So-
massive.
That's what the culture I'm trying to create here, that that 16-year-old can be in here helping making coffees. Then we have me or whatever, older or whatever, and it's a healthy work culture in the restaurant industry. That can sometimes be harsh. And
We've talked about a little bit as well with the relationships that you have with other businesses in the community. Do you feel like Good Vibes and Pies are kind of bleeding into those businesses as well? And I don't know what their cultures are like, but I think that's definitely something that is going to bring some good positivity to the community, not just level you up, but level up all these other businesses. So have you felt like collaborating and or creating those relationships have helped you as well?
I think collaboration is key. I think in the community, me and Mac, we work together from Great Harvest, right across the street. Sometimes we try to figure out what can we do next or something. I maybe bring pizzas over to Two Dandelions Book Shop when they have a little event going on, like their guitarist or whatever, showcasing their album. Becker Brewery, we have them on tap, bringing pizzas over to them.
Nice.
And they're not a big food option, so that's a great relationship right there. It's, hey, we got pretzels and we got a few other things, but if you want to order a pizza, just call them in.
Yeah, trying to get to the point where we can always deliver it to you, so you don't have to leave and stop drinking beer. I just want to give them a good quality product that it just harmoniously works back and forth. So that the customer orders another beer or a nice sell pizza or something.
So I'm excited to hear about how this all came to be. You know, your storefront, your brick and mortar.
Well, from the truck to today, why pies? Is it a passion? Could you have took that passion to maybe something else other than pies, or what was the driving force for maybe pizza?
The basics of this brand is all authenticity. So how I figured I loved cooking was through Boy Scouts, and it was all through the fire. And so I wanted to figure out how to use fire in some way, because that was the spark back then, where I was going to be a meteorologist or a life coach or something. But that pivoted, that merit badge, that cooking merit badge, cooking chicken over the Dutch oven. I was like, I need to do this. So fire was the basics.
Well, what can I cook with fire?
Yeah. And so it's just how it led some way. That's how business is. You just like, okay, here I go. And it's just led up to someone saying, hey, a friend of mine, we need this, I need a pizza chef for this brewery or whatever. And I was like, I never made pizza before, but I'll watch thousands of hours of YouTube how to make pizza, wood fire pizza, and did that so.
Chef, you're a chef at the core. You got the passion, foundation of fire, and pizza was kind of the evolution. That's kind of a cool inception.
And it's just the start for the brand. It's just our medium right now is
That's
pizza.
And that's a great kind of transition point, because obviously we've got some craft brews over in the cooler. I know that you have a espresso machine, so it's not just a pizzeria. We also can cater towards the 8 a.m.er needing the coffee, needing the espresso, the craft brew enthusiast. Are there any other things within Captain's on Main that I didn't touch on outside of those maybe three?
The vision is like to get in the community and say that, hey, we're here. I'm a very community person. I'm on the Taste of Brighton board, helping design the festivals down here, helping all of those kinds of things as well. And then my next goal is to, you like our pizza, we can make more than pizza. We can make you a great steak at least, or we can do 5-course dinners here as well. So that's the next goal, and try to all cook with fire and do it locally, partnered with Cardinal Farms in South Lyon, or all the nearby businesses.
Do you think we should expect to see a Captain's on Grill? You know, another evolution of the store, or do you think that this is going to kind of encompass a lot of that space or that growth and evolution?
I'm still trying to figure that. Yeah. Trying to just laying back, whatever. See how it goes. Can't be that
That's
free.
how you got here. You just
keep
flowing
away and
seeing what comes your way, and then
All the opportunities.
Yes,
From the
a lot.
brewery saying, this is what we need, can you do it? Pivoting through 2020 with the food truck. So a lot of those opportunities, and at least taking advantage of those opportunities are necessary, and you're doing it. So who knows if it's 2023 end or 2024 where the next opportunity arises within collaboration. That'd be awesome. Or that's exciting to think about, especially for young entrepreneurs.
The goal, one of the final goals I want to have, it's on the box, pizza box. If you want to grab that pizza box right behind you.
This one.
Yeah, you grab them both there. So right here. So these are our pizza boxes here.
Oh, that is really cool.
Yeah.
Who does the artwork?
This was one of my friends in we met at Pizza Expo in Vegas.
Okay.
They're from Australia. Good friends of ours now. But we collaborate together. So this scene right here represents Mackinac Island, and so I want to put a pizzeria on Mackinac Island. So
I love
kind of
dreams.
manifest.
You don't always granted we're in 2023, we are very like entrepreneurial within a lot of our social media and things like that, but you also don't hear too many young entrepreneurs really starting to, venture out on crazy and like ambitious things like that. But that's so obtainable, I believe. Shoot, if you open up Captain's on Main on Mackinac Island, we'll be your first guys.
That's the goal. That's probably the
one of them.
first time I sit on there. So
One step at a time, right, Lauren?
Yeah.
One step
Like
at a
you
time.
said,
That's my job, right?
yeah.
Bring it back.
He has the most beautiful dreams. It's my favorite thing about him.
Yes.
But we kind of
Yeah.
come back down and.
What are some things that I guess for Lauren? I'm sure you are right hand in hand with a lot of these dreams and ambitions, but what does the 2023 look for maybe social media for you? What does 2023 look for in your perspective of Captain's on Main?
I really just want to continue bringing people together, which is one of his with the fire, is gathering people around the fire. It's always brought people together. And so with social media, I just want to continue that story. And for example, we have Good Sense Coffee here, working with local coffee with Ian.
Ian Boyle, right?
Yep.
I grew up with Ian.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
So, and then he was talking about Cardinal Farms and having like a hyper-local pizza, and everything comes from right down the street, not far away. And so I just want to continue that story of everyone bringing each other up, everyone gathering together, and show that social media.
Yeah, and I think people are really drawn to that.
Yeah.
They're drawn to that.
It's refreshing to
Very
see
refreshing.
people want to help each other.
We do a lot of competition, but I also don't think that the competition is necessary. And I heard that in Vegas. I was in Vegas for a conference maybe a few weeks ago, and there's a lot of takeaways, but one of the top 3 takeaways that I had was one of the speakers said 2023 needs to be more about collaborations than competition. And iron sharpens iron. We can all rise together, or you can fall alone or rise alone. I think that the collaborative approach, especially for downtown communities, is essential to be focused on a very authentic community aspect.
So I can come in for pizza and wine, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it wine here?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Michigan branding for everything. And same thing with the local community. So he's supposed to be, the branding's kind of the captain of the Great Lakes.
Okay.
It's kind of what it evolved into based on his dream of like being local and, you know. So yeah, lots of Michigan spirits, Michigan beer, wine.
I think that that's a great place to kind of cap in on to see where the future holds it on. But how can the viewers, how can they connect with you? How can they follow you? How can they support you? Where are you located? What are those hours? What does that look like in a snapshot?
Right now, we're closed on Mondays. Open 8 till 8, Monday through Saturday, and then Sundays 8 to 6 right now. So, and then Captains on Main, on Facebook and Instagram, and then
And we're located downtown Brighton, right on Main Street.
423 West Main.
423.
And we have a backdoor entrance to all the construction going on.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's convenient for
Yeah,
you to
right.
pick up your beer, your spirits, your pizza.
So, and two, this would be a good thing to even look back to the community where we will be in the next 10 years. That this is where we're at. We are open since September, so this is 5 months.
5 months.
Yeah.
5 months or so.
Mhm.
So this is going to be a good moment for us to look back on in 10 years
Good.
to see how Brighton has grown. The main street's being construction right now, and
Thanks for having us. Truly, truly appreciate it. We're having fun doing these things, and we're having fun with having conversations with young entrepreneurs or even seasoned entrepreneurs. Wooden Things has been open since 1968 or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's good to kind of see every single business or individual that's benefiting the community. So again, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time in Common.
yeah.
Lauren,
We'll be here.
yeah. Chris Lotz
Padlocks.
with the Pat Lots Real Estate Group. Again, thanks for tuning in to another Community Spotlight video. As always, there's lots of love in Livingston County.